Anthony Hartwig here with a champion baseball player profile. I'm joined by one of their many, many seniors in Brett Channel. Brett, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Yep, thank you for having me on.
This baseball team, just like the boys basketball team, is stocked, loaded with seniors and senior leadership. So, my first question to you is what's it like being part of such a big group that is obviously playing together for so long and you have such a strong connection with?
It's exciting because we all get to experience, you know, us winning together, and we've grown up together, so that experience playing together helps.
How much does this team, do you think, lean on the leadership? Obviously, with a lot of seniors, there's also a lot of leadership on the team. What's that like to see so much leadership kind of be on this squad?
It helps, I'd say, in the tournament. Whenever we get them big games against South Range, leaning on each other to play, it helps.
I was at your senior night for basketball. One of the things that I really enjoyed listening to was almost every senior was going to college for some kind of sport at the next level, whether it be baseball. I know you're signed on for football. Um, what's it like to like look around and see all your friends and all your senior classmates have literal dreams come true where almost all of them are signing on to go play somewhere after they graduate, whether it be baseball, football, whatever sport it may be?
It's exciting to see everybody fulfill their dreams and play the next level. And I hope that the younger kids in Champion are watching to show that they can do the same thing.
Let's talk about your decision. Obviously, you announced it not too long ago that you'll be playing at the next level for football. Don't want to take that moment away from you. For those people that maybe don't know or weren't following you on social media, where have you decided to go and play the next 4 years?
Teal College.
And what was it about that decision that made it easy? Like, what made Teal somewhere that you really wanted to be?
I love the coaching staff. DJK, he's from Youngstown. He played at Iowa. Then you got Coach Perry. He's from Niles. He played at West Virginia. So I love the experience, and it's like home away from home.
When you think about the next step, and obviously after you graduate you're going to be going and living away from home, what kind of things make you kind of nervous about leaving the nest and having to be kind of on your own down on campus?
I'd say it's a lot of responsibility. Nobody's telling you to go to classes. You got to wake up on your own and do it, as opposed to at home where your parents are telling you to go.
What is one life skill or maybe something that you're going to have to do now that your parents do for you while you're home that you're really going to have to learn how to do before you get down there to college?
I'd say I'd say probably manage my time because I don't know. You just got to stay focused. You can't be messing around.
And you talk about managing your time. Obviously, you're a multiple sport athlete playing football, basketball, and baseball. What's it like going through a school year like that where your time is so eaten up and you're never really not busy and you're constantly going from one mindset to the other? What's that been like for you?
I think it's been fun because each sport it shows you something different. With baseball you got to stay patient, and it's been exciting. I think.
With baseball this season, with you guys and every team, there's always ups and downs. Baseball is a sport that's built to make you ride a roller coaster a little bit. Even the best hitters fail 6 out of 10 times. How do you mentally deal with the ups and downs that baseball brings?
Oh, that was the hardest part for me going into high school was trying to stay happy when I'm striking out or grounding out most of the time. But it just builds character, and you adjust to it over time.
So as you said, that was the hardest thing for you to kind of grasp when you came into high school. What were some things that helped you get there, help you get to a point when you could not accept that you struck out, but not make it, put you in the mental gutter when something didn't go your way?
Yeah, I think that was the upperclassmen for me. Telling me that you'll get another at bat or go make it up in the field because you can't get that at bat or you can't get that at bat back.
I like that you brought up upperclassmen from the past because as much as we talk about the leadership on the team right now with all these seniors, we have to also talk about all the seniors before that taught all you guys how to lead. How much do you feel the legacy and the footprints of the seniors that came before you guys in years past?
Oh, their footprint, it's huge for us because you got great seniors like Nate Holt and Jack O'Shaughnessy. They taught us how to grow up and be men last year because last year a lot of the kids it was their first year playing varsity and we're playing South Range and Ursuline and all these big schools. So it was big for us to play with them.
What do you think was the biggest lesson they taught you that you take into your own leadership now that you're a senior?
I'd say just take it one day at a time. Like we hear all the hype of, this team from Champion could play in state and they could win state or they're one of the best teams in the area, but you just take it one day at a time and we'll get there eventually.
We've gotten to talk to so many champion athletes, and the thing that we take away is the standard of excellence that comes out of champion. I mean, the baseball team's one state, basketball team in years past has done so much, and now football team, you're starting to really build stuff on the football program. There's just a standard of excellence in the athletics room at champion. What's it like to look around and see all the athletes that come through this school, whether it be on the boys' side or the girls' side, have this unbelievable standard of like success and accomplishment?
Yeah, it's exciting to see Champion continue to grow from when I was a kid and and to when I came back. And we see great athletes come out of here all the time, like Allison Smith, Michael Turner, Megan Turner. The list goes on, but it's exciting.
When you think of what the tradition of champion is like if you had to define to someone what it means to be a flash in this athletics room, how would you describe it?
That's a good question. I'd say hard work, because that's what they preach in basketball. You're diving on the floor after loose balls, you're playing defense. In football, you obviously got to work hard. It's self-explanatory.
The athletes that we've talked to from champion have also talked about how excited they were when they were young to be a part of champion and how much the school system pours into its youth. When you were growing up, did you feel that? Did you like watch these athletes of the past while you were growing up and just really want to be where they were while you were watching them?
Oh yeah, my brother was a senior in 2017 when they won state. So it was so exciting going to watch them and watching the greats before play basketball and play football. I couldn't wait.
Going through all that as a kid and looking up to those players as role models, now you're in that position where little kids and people of champions future are looking at you. What's that like for that moment where you're like, I used to be that kid, and now kids that age are looking up to me? What's that been like for you?
It's been super cool, just at halftime going into the locker room for football and seeing all the kids giving them high fives or talking to them for a minute before I got to go into the locker room. It's been cool.
If someone watching you wants to be where you're at, wants to get to where you're at is the varsity level and all these sports, what advice do you give them if they ask it?
I just tell them to work hard, and just to stay disciplined. You can't get into all the distractions. You just gotta keep your head down and keep working.
You talked about your family success. Your brother was on the state championship team. Obviously, with that comes a lot of advice that you've probably gotten from your family throughout your career. What kind of things have they done to help build you into the player that you are now?
Uh, they kept me on the right path. They got me into sports at a young age. I started football my junior year, but I had family members to help me with football and to keep me there.
I want to talk about that because you didn't start football until your junior year, but here you are playing it at the next level. That's an amazing growth path, right? Because a lot of people, you start it young and you build yourself. You have
Yeah.
so many years to build to that level, but you kind of hit the ground running. What were the major factors in finding such quick success for football and on the football side of things?
I mean, this is kind of weird, but I always love watching film. Like I used to watch Justin Jefferson at LSU or Deontay Johnson, just watch them run routes. And then Coach Conrad just saw me one day and he asked me if I wanted to play football, and I just took the opportunity.
When you were watching all those receivers run routes, which one do you think you kind of fit the mold into the most?
Um, I think I try I try to run my routes like Justin Jefferson, I'd say, because we have similar builds like in height, so I feel like our games translate a little bit.
Yeah, he wore a lot of purple, just like you too. So I mean,
Yeah,
it's good. It's a nice little correlation there.
yeah.
When
They
you
they
think
used to call me Justin Jefferson because my practice jersey was 18, so they used to call me that.
not a bad guy to be compared to. When you
Yeah.
think of obviously playing at the next level, we talked about seeing your teammates' dreams come true. This had to be a dream for you. When did you like realize like I could play football at the next level since you started your junior year, which is where usually players are making like their final decisions. When did you start to realize like this is obtainable and I can go after playing football at the next level?
Uh, I think Coach DJK texted me about week 5 of this year, and that's when we started recruiting. That's when he started recruiting me, and I was like, "Doesn't sound like I have bad ideas, so I'll take him up on the offer."
What was that like to I mean, was any idea of playing football in college in your mind before that? Or was it kind of like a shock to say, hey, this college coach might like want me to come on their team?
Yeah, I mean, I sent out some emails to coaches, but I wasn't too serious on it because I just had started my junior year. But then when I found out about DJK, I was like, I trust him. He's played in the big games at Iowa. He was the leading receiver at his time of graduation, so I trust him.
Now that we're back and talking about baseball, because it is baseball season, obviously you love this sport as well, and you put so much of time into it. What made you fall in love with baseball?
I started I playing in my front yard when I was about 5 years old, maybe, and I've never put down the glove since. It's just been a great time.
If football didn't come about your junior year, do you think you would have been pursuing a college career in baseball?
Well, I will be playing college baseball at TL2.
Oh, you're gonna do both
Yeah,
sports at once. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about that because that's hard to do in high school. It's even
yeah.
harder to do in college. What are your expectations about being able to be a multiple sport athlete down there at Teal?
I hope to, obviously do well in the classroom, but hope to stay focused and just communicate with my coaches, both of them, so that we're all on the same page.
In the classroom, what kind of things do you want to study? I mean, obviously, Teal having your major and Teal having routes to your career was also a factor in you deciding to go there. So, what kind of things do you want to study? What kind of career path do you see yourself in after college?
I want to study business management.
What made you kind of want to go into that? Was there any like kind of life experience, or was there any kind of thing that said like, "Hey, I want to be a business manager"?
Yeah, so my dad, he owns a house flipping company, and I've been working on that for a couple of years now, and I just found a passion with it.
When you get into that career, do you think you'd want to kind of get into that business, or is there some other kind of venture of a business that you think you'd like to throw your hat into the ring into?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for any new opportunities that I see. That's where I'd start, but if I seen anything else, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
If someone came to you and said, "Hey, like we're gonna give you X amount of capital, you come up with a business, and you kind of say like you pick something that you think the world needs or you think like isn't marketed well, what kind of things would you think, okay, I can really make a business around this?
Mm, I'm not too sure. Um, I don't know. It'd probably be. I'm a big boxing and UFC guy, so it'd probably be on their
That's,
mental health.
that's a great place to be. I think there's definitely avenues for that. Before we let you go, one of the things I want to ask, since you are a senior, you'll be graduating and we want to get a little bit reflective before you go. What kind of things are you going to miss the most about being in the champion school system and being a part of these athletic teams and being a part of these programs?
I'm gonna miss the support that the community gives us because every Friday for the games they're out there, or for the basketball games they're out there supporting. And I'm gonna miss inspiring the young kids that are coming up and trying to do what we've accomplished in the baseball realm and all that. So that's what I'm gonna miss the most.
All right, Brett, before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, all the people that are in your corner that have been there for you throughout your career, and the people you wouldn't be where you are without.
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my coaches who have coached me from a young age, and my family for the continuous support. And I'd like to thank Carter Paul too, because he would want me to throw that in there.
Got to. Got
Yeah,
to give the people their flowers, Brett. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We wish you the best of luck this baseball season and definitely in your future endeavors at Teal. We will be rooting for you, and we can't wait to talk to you again real soon.
thank you.